Today's news. Constitutional Court approves election results. Former parliamentary candidate Bakhtiar Hadjiev prevented from leaving Azerbaijan. Council of Europe to discuss Aynullah Fatulayev's case. Today, the Azerbaijan Constitutional Court released a statement announcing its approval of the results of the November 7th parliamentary elections. Chairman of the Constitutional Court, Farhad Abdullayev, reported that the results from 46 of the 1,560 election precincts were invalid, but that this had not influenced the election results from across all constituencies. The Central Election Commission gave its approval for the results on November 22nd, but the Constitutional Court delayed its final hearing on the election results until today. 690 candidates were running for 125 parliamentary seats. According to official figures, voter turnout was 50%. The OSCE International Observation Mission reported that the electoral process had improved since Azerbaijan's last elections, but that progress had been too slight to demonstrate proper democratic development. The US State Department said in their post-election statement that the elections had failed to meet international standards, and that criminal charges should be brought against those who had violated the electoral code. At noon today, the new Azerbaijani parliament met for the first time since the elections. New members of parliament had been invited to the meeting before the Constitutional Court had announced its decision on the results, casting doubt upon the integrity of its ruling. Yesterday, the former parliamentary candidate Bakhtiar Hadjiev was presented for the second time from leaving Azerbaijan. He attempted to cross into Georgia at the Red Bridge border. After detaining him for several hours, border guards told him that they were not allowed to let him leave the country. The border guards did not say who was giving them these instructions, but promised to clear up the issue today. "If this issue is not resolved, I will appeal to court," said Hadjiev, who wants to go to Georgia to continue his education. Hadjiev was detained at the Azerbaijan-Georgia border crossing station for the first time on November 18th. After being detained in the border crossing station, he was taken to military unit number 12 located in Shamkia region. On the 19th of November, he was taken to Ganja City and passed between Nizami District Police Department, Ganja City Police Department and Nizami District Police Commissariat. Then he was set free. Hadjiev said in a statement several days ago that the military service is using political pressure to threaten me. "It saddens me greatly that the Azerbaijani army is being used as an instrument of political punishment. I demand an end to this political pressure." Tomorrow, the Council of Europe will meet to discuss the case of imprisoned editor Aynullah Fatulayev, reported his lawyer Elchin Sadegov. According to Sadegov, the committee will discuss the Azerbaijani government's non-implementation of the European Court of Human Rights ruling for Fatulayev's release back in April, as well as the outstanding drug possession charges against him. Fatulayev has been imprisoned since April 2007, when he was convicted for threatening terror and inciting hatred against authorities, in a newspaper article he published. He then received an additional sentence for tax evasion, giving him a total sentence of 8.5 years. In December of last year, he was found guilty of drug possession after a quantity of heroin was found in his clothing while he was in prison. Fatulayev and his lawyer believed that this incident was a setup, organized so that the court could avoid complying with the anticipated decision of the European Court of Human Rights regarding the journalist's release. In April, the ECHR ruled that Fatulayev should be released immediately and that the government should pay him €27,800 in compensation. The government ruled last week to excuse him of the original charges, but he remains in prison under the drug conviction. Fatulayev is recognized as a prisoner of conscience by local and international organizations.